Crypto may have just had the most difficult year in its history, but for many, the problems were issues with people, not with technology. Does blockchain, however, really work the way we need it to? Or does the tech also need to change? Immutable. According to the dictionary, it means something that cannot be changed, and in the blockchain world, it's seen as a guarantee that once a crypto transaction is recorded, it can't be reversed. You can verify who did what, and that can't be tampered with. It's seen as one of the central tenets of distributed ledger technology, but some members of the community have long argued that 100% immutability is overly restrictive. They include researchers at Stanford University who recently suggested that reversible crypto transactions could help tackle hacking crimes. Their idea is that within a certain time frame, a group of arbitrators could be allowed to investigate and authorize reversals. The proposal could also help ordinary users, as some are only too painfully aware one wrong digit can easily send your crypto off into the abyss. It's not hard to see the appeal of being able to ask an arbitrator for help in that sort of situation. The question is, should we continue to accept the idea that code is law, or should we be asking what happens when that law needs to change? Paul Manson of HBAR Foundation says there is a case to be made for allowing transactions to be reversed in certain circumstances.
Everybody agrees that the state that a blockchain maintains should be mutable. The contention arises when people consider whether or not it should be appropriate to modify or change the history of transactions, or to roll back what initially it seemed a valid transaction but wasn't, whether it was fraud or just a mistake.
Paul says the fundamental value proposition behind immutability is preventing bad actors from doing bad things, given that according to Chainalysis in 2022, over $3 billion had been lost in crypto hacks just by October. There are plenty of those bad actors out there. It also means there's plenty of dodgy code that is being exploited, and that's where Paul reckons insisting that code is law ultimately falls down. He says the key to allowing reversals is ensuring that any mutability is transparent, and that's done by maintaining disintermediation of centralized authority.
One of the things you want to prevent such an entity from doing is corrupting or skewing state application state maliciously. One of the things you want to prevent them from doing is changing valid transactions for their own benefit.
That means making sure that community knows what is and isn't allowed and giving them the opportunity to make informed decisions. And there is historic precedent here. Ethereum executed a hard fork back in 2016 to recover funds from, quote, the DAO that were drained by hackers. The blame here was put on a badly coded contract. Though there were misgivings about the move, over 90% of the community ultimately voted for the fork. Paul says that adding the option for reversals to smart contracts isn't difficult technically.
A contract is just code, right? And code has functions that define what are allowed transactions and what are the necessary authorizations for entities to perform those transactions. So if a smart contract, had a transfer function, as they all do, then it could also have a reverse transfer function with more stringent signing requirements for the contract to approve such a transaction.
What's important is making the rules absolutely transparent so that investors like you and me can make informed decisions when choosing a token to invest in.
Anybody who interacts with that contract or token, knows what are the rules. They can easily look up and explore and see, okay, this token has no administrative key. It is immutable. On the other hand, they can look at another token and say, oh, this has an admin key. I want to know why it has an admin key. What is the justification? And what are the rules for the use of that admin key?
All right, that's it from us for this episode. Do like and subscribe to the video if you want to see more content like it, and let us know your thoughts as well about blockchain mutability in the comments below or wherever you're watching this video.